everyone, this is Josh. Josh Likes Kicks, and I am here with my second YouTube video. You know, it's funny, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I hear everybody always say, I'm back with a brand new, smash that like and subscribe, blah, blah. I'm not going to do all that. You know, every video is a brand new video if you're watching it for the first time, right? So for me, it was easier to just say, this is my second in what hopes to be a very long series talking about sneakers. The first video for me was a test. The test was whether or not I had enough to say about sneakers and my experiences. The second test was whether or not you guys had any interest in watching it. And frankly, the third test was of my skills and capabilities on whether or not I could edit, work the camera, set up the lighting, and really make this something that was easy to watch. So for all those tests, I feel like I did an okay job. We've had a bit of a studio upgrade. I got new lighting, different tripod, and I'm really working to invest in making this channel something that you guys enjoy watching. So I appreciate everybody being here. So let's talk about a rookie mistake that I recently made. I completed a purchase on SneakerCon. Not a rookie mistake by any means, but the rookie mistake was leaving an active bid on StockX after I made my purchase on SneakerCon. I put my phone down, I went to sleep, and woke up the next morning to an email saying that someone had taken my bid and had sold me a pair of Travis Scott Jordan 6s. While under normal circumstances I'd be ecstatic, that was a whole bunch of money to spend in a very short period of time. But I thought it would present a really interesting opportunity to discuss my purchase experience with both SneakerCon and StockX. First, I'd just like to clarify that in no way is this video sponsored by either StockX or SneakerCon. In fact, it's not been influenced by them at all. I have 0 subscribers on YouTube at the moment, and while that might sound sad, I just want everyone to know that this is my personal opinion. So let's discuss some pros and cons. I'll start with StockX. I've made 8 purchases now from StockX, including the Travis Scott Jordan 6s and a pair of off-white Nike Dunks. If you're going to make purchases, especially ones that are a fairly significant amount of money, in my personal opinion, using an authentication service, whether it's SneakerCon, GOAT, or StockX, gives you the peace of mind that your hard-earned money is going towards something that is real. Where StockX shines, in my opinion, is in the fact that they are as large as they are. They authenticate thousands of sneakers. You can see their authentication processes, and they've worked with people multiple times on showing exactly what happens when your sneakers are authenticated. Their app is relatively easy to use. In my opinion, the pro is simply working with StockX. Now, let's talk about some cons. On April the 22nd, StockX introduced a 3% fee. If you are a buyer and you purchase a pair of sneakers from StockX, you will pay 3% additional on your purchase price for a pair of sneakers. Now that's on top of the actual cost of the sneaker itself and $13.95 in shipping. Another con, in my opinion, happens to be around the ask, bid, and purchase process. Though similar in structure to eBay, it's not exactly as clean. If I would like to place a bid on a sneaker, I can do that. And sellers who have their sneakers available for sale will receive a notification. There can be a back and forth bidding process, and this is where it's slightly different than eBay in that it can happen as many times as you'd like. eBay does have limitations on how many times you can make an offer. I could also alternatively just buy it now. But I believe this process could be a little more transparent and not really be as difficult as it is. The other thing I think that could be a little clearer on StockX's end is in the shipping. When it comes to SneakerCon, I get notifications and tracking numbers at all points in time. With StockX, I'm notified when the package is finally on the way to me. Another pro when it comes to StockX is that they use UPS. Other vendors might use the Postal Service. My personal favorite is FedEx, but I'm a little biased living in Memphis and being only 2 miles away from their North American headquarters. Lastly, another con with StockX is simply fake StockX tags. Although my purchases have been made directly from StockX, I have a purchase history in the app, obviously have the tag on my sneakers at the moment in time. StockX tags can be faked. In fact, if you go through DHgate or some of the other apps where you order directly from China, you'll find that you can even purchase fake StockX tags. So for me to turn around and attempt to resell StockX could actually be a detriment. Let's move over to SneakerCon. The one thing I will tell you that I'm not a fan of right off the bat when it comes to using SneakerCon's app are the confusing icons at the very bottom. Yes, the first icon you want to look at is a sneaker, and there's a search option up in the top left corner. Very easy. But the rest of the icons maybe aren't as easy to read. One of them looks like you're about to play a video, and that takes you into events and social happenings. The next icon over is just a fire, and that tells you any kind of notifications, whether it's a new low price, something has been shipped to you. So it's notifications, but fire, in my opinion, maybe that means trending. The last one is some weird looking guy in the bottom right hand corner, but that's supposed to be me and my account. Now, nothing about that is intuitive, unfortunately, and I had to kind of learn the app as I went. Let's talk about pros with using SneakerCon. First, SneakerCon as a brand, and certainly their app, it's growing like wildfire. If you've watched any videos from 2J's, you'll understand what his experiences are like as a buyer. Tons of people in the room, tons of sneakers, and just an absolute plethora of people inside the building, all focused on buying and selling sneakers. I have yet to actually attend a SneakerCon event, but I understand that if you're going to go to anything, it's just like going to New York Comic-Con or San Diego Comic-Con. You'd rather go there and experience the big event than going to Mississippi Comic-Con, for example. Nothing wrong with the event, it's just a totally different scale. Because they're growing and they're trying to stand out from the crowd, their new legit tag process is something I feel is personally very unique to their brand. When my sneakers arrived, in fact, that was the first thing I wanted to test. And I took a very brief screenshot of my phone while I was attempting to add these to my closet. You can see that here in just a second. While the first attempt didn't work, it took me less than 30 seconds overall to scan the tag and add the sneakers to my closet. Makes it very easy to sell later down the road. But while I may sound like a SneakerCon fanboy at the moment, there are some things that I think didn't go well. The first one is the fact that they charge $20 for shipping. That shipping charge, by the way, is through the US Postal Service. We know StockX uses UPS and there are other vendors who use FedEx. $20 for the Postal Service seems a little expensive. And frankly, my personal experiences with the Postal Service haven't been that great. I've had packages that have been lost, certainly damaged, and it doesn't really offer a lot of transparency as the package moves through the system. Missed scans and very large gaps in the overall shipment process can maybe cause a little bit of anxiety, certainly when you're making a purchase of this amount. Another pro, in my opinion, for SneakerCon is in the fact that the shipping to authentication to final delivery process was only 8 days. Comparatively speaking, StockX, which again, I made the purchase on the same day, the same pair of sneakers, StockX took 14 days. Now, while there could have been a number of different factors that contributed to that, the fact that it was 6 additional days to get my package from StockX was a bit concerning. To recap, same shoe, bought on the same day, but 2 completely different experiences. One took 8 days, the other one took 14. Overall, I paid the same amount of money, though my package could have been $15 cheaper had StockX not had its fee. For me, the added peace of mind from StockX, having them shipped through UPS rather than the Postal Service, is actually meaningful. But I think the big takeaway here is that you have to make a purchase through whomever you're comfortable with. For me, 8 purchases through StockX shows I'm probably a loyal StockX buyer. Now, I'll mention GOAT in this conversation. Although I didn't purchase a pair of Travis Scott Jordan 6s from GOAT, I think it's worth noting that GOAT's prices are significantly higher than the other two, sometimes $30 to $40. In fact, seeing the high prices on GOAT was the reason I even looked at SneakerCon and StockX to begin with. So there you have it, just a few pros and cons between StockX and SneakerCon. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to introduce Sophia. This is my daughter.
Hi, I'm Sophia. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Chai Baby, and that's CHIVAEB. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, underneath that name, and YouTube, of course.
So Sophia's going to be with me whenever we do unboxing. She may be in front of the camera, could be behind the camera. She's certainly helping me to put these videos together, offering me some critiques and constructive criticisms. But the thing is, Sophia has a passion for sneakers just like I do. So whenever I do a video, she's going to be participating and helping me out. And it's really kind of fun to do this with somebody who has a shared passion around sneakers. So again, thanks for being here. You can follow us both on social media. You guys can see them right here. Thanks. Talk to you soon.